Dear friends, greetings to all. Today's topic is scope of financial management, that is in the first chapter, introduction of the subject financial management. Before going to the topic, one appeal to every one of you that please subscribe the channel mwn.space.com by pressing the subscribe button. That is subscribe button. Okay, thank you. Now about the scope of financial management. The financial management undergone various changes from the olden days till the modern days. In the olden days, the financial management, that is management of finance, is practiced by the government administration, that is monarch's administration, then some business establishments, and gradually it became a subject of study as an academic discipline in the year 1920. This is due to the introduction of a book by an American economist. The role of financial manager is also going a fundamental changes over a period of long years till the date. The study about the changes in the role of the financial manager over a period of time is known as scope of financial management. We can classify this into two approaches for an effective study of the scope of financial management. One is the traditional approach and another one is modern approach. Traditional approach is concerned with the raising of funds and administration of funds and that long-term finance, corporation finance, and views of the outsiders. These are all the major theme. Modern approach is concerned with the raising and application of fund, utilization of fund for the maximization of wealth for the shareholders. Hence, the first traditional approach is narrow in sense, but it give less emphasis only for the working capital. So let us go through in some more detail about this traditional approach. The traditional approach starts from 1920 to 1950, and it is concerned with the traditional phase and transitional phase discussed in the evolution of the financial management. Here, that raising of finance by corporates and administration of the funds for the purpose of formation, merger, then liquidation. Then this assumes much importance as an academic discipline as due to the publication of a book by an American economist named Arthur Deving in the year 1920. The name of the book is Financial Policy of Corporations in 1920. And what it emphasizes means 3 points it is emphasizing. First one is raising funds from financial institutions. Second one is raising funds from financial instruments. First one is financial institution. Second one, financial instruments. And that is from bonds, shares from the capital market. That is the capital market is concerned with the long-term borrowing and lending of money. Market for borrowing long-term finance, borrowing and lending. Then third one is legal and accounting relationship. The legal and accounting relationship between the enterprise and its source of funds. Establishment of the relationship between the source of funds and the concern. Source of funds means creditors, that is lenders. Hence it is only concerned with the raising of funds, and major criticism of this approach is it ignored day-to-day, financing, day-to-day financial problem. Then it give more emphasis only to the outsiders, not the employees or the managers of the concern. Then it ignored third one, working capital financing. Then it ignored the allocation of capital. Okay, hence it is narrow in sense. Now let us study about the modern approach. In modern approach, started from 1950, and this modern approach emphasized about the raising of funds and allocation of funds in a proper manner in order to maximize the wealth of the shareholders. Then that it got much emphasized due to the application of some statistical methods and the economical methods, and it became more quantitative in approach. Then its scope is wider since it covers conceptual and analytical framework for financial decision making. Then it is concerned with main focus is of the modern approach is first one, what is the total volume of funds an enterprise should commit. Second one is what specific assets should the enterprise acquire, that is fixed assets. How should the funds required should be financed. Okay, this is concerned with the financing decision, investment decision, and dividend decisions. In this period, two other trends are gaining momentum. First one is increased use of IT, information technology, that everyone knows. Then second one is globalization of the business. Nowadays, globalization of business got more scope for the financial administration, and the role of financial manager is also having more scope. Then it is concerned with the investment in the condition of uncertainty, risk management, application of some financial techniques, linear programming, then profit volume analysis, then financial statement analysis, ratio analysis. All these aspects are dealt in the modern approach. Thereby, it got much momentum. These are all the momentum derived due to the long period of working only. Suddenly it came. Long period of working. From 1920 onwards, even 1920 condition established due to the long practice of the effective and efficient management of finance from the olden period itself. Even in the barter system period, got much more momentum at the time of introduction of money. Okay, thank you very much.